Aaron Dill, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So you're the director of Vokey Player Relations, which is, it might be the coolest job at Titleist, potentially. Tell me about that process, just in general, of how fun is it to gather feedback from the PGA Tour? It might be the world's greatest R&D lab and bring it back to Vokey. How fun is that job for you?
Yeah, I'm a little biased. We feel pretty fortunate to do what we do. And the fun part for us is, I think, as young players, just golf nerds in general, we love the tour. The tour is fascinating, right? To be able to go out every single week and communicate with the best players in the world and bring that feedback home to create something new and interesting later on down the road is a really fun thing for me.
There's a lot of buzz about the SM11, obviously. How much fun was putting that process together and gathering the feedback from the tour about the SM11, and what was the take-up like on tour?
Yeah, so we always come to the table with a lot of ideas, and I'd say, 90% of them are no good. They're not obtainable, or they're just silly, or they're not really focused on what the tour is asking us to pay attention to. But the 10% of things that we do bring to the table are powerful, right? It's the tour telling us we need you to focus on spin, trajectory, shapes, feels, materials, whatever it may be. So for us to put that all in a package that makes perfect sense and not change the foundation of what really works today is a really cool thing, because once you share it with a tour player, they go, yes, this is exactly what I hoped for.
Is there a moment or a player or a request from a player that you can recall that specifically went into the SM11?
Yeah, absolutely. Spin is one of those key things that helps us have a lot of control. Without it, we're in real trouble, right? And so you got to find that perfect balance of, where do I need spin? Where do I need to manage that spin? That's a big part of our SM11 story and campaign, is we're going to help you get it right. And it was players like Cameron Young who came to us and said, gosh, there's just some shots in my stronger lofted wedges that are spinning more than I like. I sure wish that I could get that under control and not have to change a lot of the things that we fundamentally don't want to change with feel and performance. And that's where we went to the table and we said, hey guys, what can we do better when it comes to spin? How can we dial in spin segmentally to help players have more control? So he was one of those key guys that challenged us to find that.
So Titleist typically launch, and Vogue typically launch those wedges at the American Express tournament, just not too far from here in the desert. How exciting is the build up to that tournament, and for you to sit back and watch? It's officially out there in the market and the players are using it, and you can almost sort of like let your hair down a little bit.
Yeah, leading up to that point is a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Right? All you really want is you want to get these things out and give them to players and have them say, you guys did it again. Yeah. Nice work. That's really all you're hoping for. And you get out there and you start seeing them hit shots, and you start asking questions, and you ask them what they're feeling, what they think. And once they start saying things like, this is so good, these feel awesome, that flight window, I love seeing that, I can't believe how much spin I'm getting, I can't believe how the ball feels on the face. Those are those key phrases that allow our teammates to go home and sleep well at night, because we know that we did it.
I've got to ask too, your job, it looks like one of the most fun on tour. How did it start? How did you get to this moment? And tell us a little about your personal journey.
Yeah. So my journey as a golfer is probably similar to everybody's journey. You start playing golf, maybe it's with your dad or a family member or a close friend, and it took that one shot. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm hooked. And I think for me, it was about spending time with my dad and just hanging out outside and being a part of this, and as time goes on, fast forward to, just kind of leaving high school, it was either culinary school or it was golf.
Really?
And
you have passion for cooking?
I do, yeah. And I love the kitchen. I work in kitchens. I love the experience and the heat of the kitchen, but golf, I think, was my calling. And so I pursued golf, and Bob calls me up one day. I'm at a store shopping for materials for my trailer, and he goes, hey, you want to come work with me on tour? I was like, what? Yeah, I want to work for you on tour.
Ask me a hard question.
Yeah, give me something hard. and so I said yes, and started in 2007, and it's been an incredible journey since then. It's gone by so fast. It was the first couple of years were tough, because you're learning this new trade.
Yep.
It's dedicated to one thing. It's short game play, and I was learning from the master, which is a lot of pressure. But I told myself that this experience comes once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to get it, and I dedicated my time and just everything I had to making sure that I didn't let him down.
Aaron, thanks so much for chatting to us.
Thank you.
And it was really fun to pick your brains about the SM11.